Intro to art, folks. Our next unit is to draw a skull in high contrast with a black and white Prismacolor pencil only on black paper. If you look at the link within your assignment, you'll see that there's a PDF with many different skull versions to choose from. They should look something like this. You can pick any one to use as your subject. The paper that we're doing this on is a dark black 9" by 9" square, and it's going to be started with a white colored pencil. The black colored pencil will not come till the end, and some of you may not even use that much. But the name of the game is anywhere where it's black or even dark gray, you are trying your very best to not touch that with your pencil at all, at least at the beginning. We're really trying to focus on lightly mapping out the outer edges of the shapes that are going in and off the page, and then also trying to put in the brightest of highlights. Okay, so you can kind of see the way that this one was started. You barely see the contour, the edges of the skull. Now I did that in a very light white pencil, hardly touched it at all. If you don't feel comfortable using the white pencil, you could even use a regular pencil at this stage as long as you're using it lightly. And then, as I gained confidence, I started to look at what are my brightest portions of my composition, and then I started to press a little harder and put those, and I tried the way that I shaded it, I tried to do it in contour with the concave of the shape. So because the skull dips inward here and outward here, I tried to indicate that with my shading. Now you can see this is a different one that's a little farther along, still not finished. But you can see how the layers of shading were built up over time in different directions. So this is not something that happens in one layer. Okay, and from far away you can see that illusion of how there are certain areas that are not pressed super hard, and that's why they're gray. And then there are areas that are very bright, and I press the white pencil very hard on those. And then you can also see the beginnings of indication of black colored pencils start to appear in the areas only that are really dark, even darker than the black of the paper. And this is a student example that was finished, and you can see again where it's very sensitively layered. Areas that are meant to be gray, the white is just not applied that thickly. The areas that are supposed to be very bright, there are lots of layers of bright white. Areas that are supposed to be black have not only the black of the paper, but in some cases also black colored pencil. Okay, so what eventually is going to happen is this is a prompt that we're all going to do, which is a skull drawing. But then after that, we will hopefully be able to move on to a subject of your own, okay, that you get to choose. So these are past student examples of the project that comes after this, which is choosing your own subject to try to draw in black and white on a black piece of paper. Okay, and if you do this in light stages, beginning with the basic shapes and sizes, and then moving on to the brighter areas, and then to the midtones, and then lastly to the shadows, I think you're going to find that you're actually able to create a real nice level of realism just by taking your time and layering that on. Of course, I'm going to be there every step of the way to help you. So good luck.